your protection.
Hi, it's Zabo1975, and today I want to seek your opinion on this because my friends and me have very mixed opinions on this. Now, I am new to Destiny. I didn't play Destiny 1, so this is my first experience of the Iron Banner. And all of my friends were very surprised when it rolled around and it was level locked and averaged out, and not your light level being a factor. This apparently was a huge thing, and a lot of them were very, very complaining about this. And some of them quite vocal about the fact that the light level should have been unlocked and it should be an end of game thing, something for the uber powerful, the ones that have spent time grinding and unlocking their characters to max level. Now, considering I'm 304, I don't think that would have been an issue for me. If it was unlocked, I'm very near to the top level. I don't think it would have been a factor. Most of my guns are very high level, so I wouldn't have minded it being, unlocked at light level, whatever. However, I didn't really see that as a major issue. For me, that didn't seem to be a big factor. Now, the game mode, on the other hand, being a Void Walker, you'd think I'd like a game mode where people gather together on flags on a regular basis. However, I don't particularly like the game mode. Elliot really hates the game mode, and I think some of that's rubbed off on me. But I don't like the game mode because the flags ultimately, while nice to hold, it's all about kills. It's all about getting kills and getting more points for kills when you've got more flags under control. So a team, and quite often I've seen teams do this, can effectively camp one flag and team shot anyone that comes near them. And that is a valid winning strategy on this game mode, especially on some of the maps that are, have areas with a long range. You get 4 guys sat back with Mida multi-tools, and they can quite comfortably sit back. If they camp one of the flags that's near a power ammo, they're good to go. They can just dominate the map 1 flag to 2, and it becomes a very annoyingly shite game. Very low scoring, very annoyingly shite. There's another map which, if you cap 2 of the flags, you pretty much trap them in a spawn trap and say goodnight. There's a couple like that, to be honest. And I've never liked game modes that kind of have that element to them. Here is a total fail, close range with the Mida. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't switch. But, I don't like game modes like that, where you can run a spawn trap or lock people in a certain area, or, it's never been that much fun for me, that kind of spawn trappy gameplay. I much prefer the survival mode. I much prefer the countdown mode. I think even the other 2 modes in normal Crucible play would have been fine. I mean, Clash is just TDM, and at least you've got the power ammo, which forces people to move around a bit more. But either of the other 2 modes would have been fine. This is probably my least favourite mode because, like I say, it's just dull. But the other thing that Iron Banner sucks at is the loot. All of the weapons and loot were pretty much rubbish. There was a good pulse rifle, but saying good pulse rifle is kind of an oxymoron because I'm a PvP player, and I've got 1 pulse rifle that I really like that I very rarely use because it's not that competitive. It's not that good stacked up against the auto rifles. The auto rifle unlocked from this I've used a few times and it's not bad. It's okay for me because I haven't got Origin Story, and it kind of fills that kinetic auto rifle slot for now. Until I get something better, and it looks quite cool. I will admit the way the guns look, if you put certain skins and paint jobs on them, they look quite cool. But overall, the loot was disappointing from Iron Banner. It wasn't exactly anything to write home about. You weren't sat there grinding it to get stuff. But that's really it for the negatives about Iron Banner. There are some positives, and I don't really want to make a negative video, but I want your opinion. Let me know in the comments down below whether it sucked or whether you liked it, whether you thought it was fun or whether you thought it was rubbish. Now I'm going to go on to some of the good points about Iron Banner, which after sort of moaning for this long, it'd be a nice change. But I noticed that I thought bright engrams drop more regularly, and you've got some pity exotics, as Pepper likes to call them, if you finish bottom of your team, which happened to me a few times, especially when I joined late, because man did I join a lot of games that were already over. You kind of got ridiculous loot rewards, and I seem to get quite a lot of bright engrams, which is really good. I kind of went through a phase of thinking the person who got the most fag caps got a bright engram, but that's not the case because I experimented a lot with getting the most flag caps and it didn't increase the drop rate. But considering you get Crucible tokens, Iron Banner tokens, and you know, you get engrams and legendary loot, the loot drops were actually quite good for playing Iron Banner, so it made it worth it, even though I'd got so many of the drops that I didn't need to do any more for the Season 1 reward. I still got a lot of decent amount of stuff, and let's face it, at worst it's all gunsmith parts and legendary shards, which I can then use to spam legendaries to get more gunsmith parts to try and get the anti-op D, which I will never get because this game is screwing with me. But all in all, I ground it out and I got some decent loot, and that's one thing I do like about Destiny. No matter how much or how little I enjoy a task, at the end there's always a loot drop and I'm like, ooh, stuff. And even if it's totally useless stuff, my brain's still quite happy with it. It's really weird. I don't know, it speaks to my inner shopper. I have no idea, it's weird. But you give me loot at the end of a game I haven't enjoyed and it brightens me up slightly. But that's it for this video. I just want to ask your opinion. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, whether you think it sucks or not. I know what Elliot thinks, definitely. But let me know down below. And that's all. Thanks for watching.